What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about the great grease debate as it pertains to hair, specifically afro textured hair. Okay. Afro textured hair's structure is much different from any other type of hair. Our cuticles are different. The porosity is different. The ability for sebum, aka the natural oils in your scalp, to slide down the hair shaft and kind of keep it coated in oil is what makes our hair more prone to dryness, including the flatness of the cuticles. So, with that being said, our hair needs help retaining moisture. I see so many people talking about how hair grease is bad for your hair. And these are typically two types of people. The one type of person is the person who does not wear their hair in their natural state. They wear their hair straight and they want to keep their hair straight. So grease may not allow, oh Lord, grease may not allow them to mimic the flow of straight hair that they are looking for. I think that is their complaint. They want to mimic the look of naturally straight hair. And a lot of the times, I don't care if you get a relaxer or a silk press or whatever, afro textured hair, no matter how straight you get it, it's never really going to mimic somebody with like 1A hair, who is somebody like who has naturally straight hair. So they demonize grease and they talk about how bad grease is. Okay, because they feel like grease weighs their hair down. Well, yeah, when you're wearing your hair in a straightened style and you're trying to mimic naturally straight hair, you're gonna want it to flow and you're not gonna want to so-called weigh it down with extra oils. So yeah, you might not want to use grease, but that does not negate the benefits of grease for afro textured hair in its natural state. And sometimes even in its straightened state. Now, the other person who is often demonizing grease is the grifters, the people who are trying to create products and they are trying to sell Black women, Afro textured hair women or people products to buy. You know, that just plain and simple. Um and this is the downfall of stylists, hairstylists, point blank, period. And some Black business owners. Because, in my opinion, you don't have to lie and call something bad just to sell a product. And you don't have to lie and call something bad just to sell your services. There are many dermatologists and hair scientists have agreed that hair grease is very, very beneficial for afro textured hair. Now, one of the arguments I hear people say is hair grease is petroleum, is mineral oil, which is, there's nothing wrong with mineral oil. First of all, mineral oil is in a lot of beauty, skin, and hair products. A lot of y'all are using mineral oil in a lot of stuff and you don't say anything about it. But when it comes to hair grease, all of a sudden mineral oil is bad. You use mineral oil and you don't even know it. Okay, that's number one. So mineral oil isn't bad. But y'all say, oh, hair grease is petroleum based. It's like putting, like, y'all say some of the craziest stuff. Like, I don't, like, you just say some of the craziest stuff. Hair grease is not petroleum, okay? Hair grease is petrolatum. Petroleum is something totally different. Petroleum is a raw crude oil from the ground. Okay. It can be toxic for you, but that's not what grease is. Hair grease is petrolatum. Petrolatum is purified and it is safe for skin and hair. People of all races use petrolatum. Us black people, we just call it hair grease. Okay, that's the only difference. People of all races use petrolatum on their skin. They might not use it on their hair, but they literally use it on their skin. Literally, your biggest organ. They put it on their skin. It's dermatologists recommended. Petrolatum. Okay. Petrolatum and petroleum are two different things. Okay. And another thing, a lot of these people who claim that hair grease is bad, they wear their hair in their natural state or they cover their hair up with weave, whether that be braids or wigs or sewing or whatever, and they do not wash their hair on a daily basis. So they claim that the grease is clogging their hair, clogging their pores, but you are literally supposed to wash your hair every 1 to 2 weeks, every month at minimum. A lot of these people, a lot of these black women and these hairstylists with afro textured hair who straighten their hair on a regular basis, which heat can degrade your hair. Okay. So first of all, you're not putting enough moisture and you're not rehydrating it, and you're putting heat on it. You're making your hair dry. You're making it prone to breakage, and you want to blame hair grease. Hair grease does not cause your hair to break. Lack of moisture causes your hair to break. You don't want to wash your hair on a daily basis because you don't want to see it curl and kink up. So instead of accepting your hair in its natural state, which I'm not the hair police. I'm not here to make people accept their hair in their natural state, but I'm just giving you facts. If you want to straighten your hair and put heat on it on a regular basis, or extend these straightening styles where you don't wash your hair, you don't rehydrate your hair, you don't moisturize your hair on a regular basis, sweetheart, that's what's causing your hair to be dry and brittle and break off. Their hair grease is going to lock in the moisture. That's why you have all these people with natural hair who use hair grease and their hair is able to retain length because they wash their hair every 1 to 2 weeks. They rehydrate it so their hair is not dry, and the hair grease allows them to seal in the moisture and protect their hair from the moisture escaping. This is the downfall of a lot of hairstylists, and this is the reason why people don't want to go to y'all anymore, because y'all just want to straighten people's hair and put weave in it and put heat on it and give them hairstyles that they want. But y'all are so dishonest about natural hair. Now, I was going to try to play some of these videos, but I've gone off into a tangent. But I really want to say I like African Hair God. I had his picture up here. I hope nobody gets the idea that I don't like him. I love him. I watch a lot of his videos. I agree with a lot of what he says. I'm a fan of his. Okay. So don't think because I had his picture up here that I'm talking about him. No, I like him. He is a fan of hair grease, and he is a really great natural hair educator, in my opinion. And also this lady right here, Curly Chemistry, she is a hair chemist, and she talks about how great natural hair how great hair grease is. And you can look at her hair and see she has really pretty hair, really pretty natural hair. So, Look at her 5 years ago. Oh, and look at how much her hair has grown. Look at her hair right here. And look at her hair right here. And her hair is even longer now. This is 2 years ago. Her hair is even longer.
Getting some really good, juicy,
Her.
seaming deep conditioning going on without having to leave the
Look
shower.
at that.
Okay.
And she talks about the benefits of hair grease. So that's all I wanted to say. I am very tired of the misinformation like these hairstylists are given. They don't talk about the lack of moisture people use in their hair. And I want to look up one more thing. Can petrolatum with water? Okay, well, that's all I really wanted to say. If you use hair grease, which a lot of the natural hair girlies that use hair grease wash their hair on a regular basis, and really to me that really is a lot of the problem. These hairstylists, they're not advocating for people to wash their hair on a regular basis, you know? So yeah, tell me what y'all think. What do you think about hair grease? Do you think it's bad? Do you think it's good? Do you use it? Do you not use it? Let me know.